Listen, I be 100 with you. My mom's whole family, my mom went through 2 divorces. All her aunties, my grandmas, all of them ain't married now. They all old, over 50, and they by themselves. And you know why? Because they was my mama and all her cousins, first cousins was raised, you don't need no man, because they was seeing my grandma and all them cuss their husbands out, saying you don't need that nigga for shit. You know what I'm saying? And now they all sitting up looking like, I ain't got no nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they acting tough, but
that shit hurt.
That shit hurt.
Because you're growing on by yourself.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's raising women or little daughters to say you don't need no man for nothing. So it's ruining.
Yeah, I think it does.
You got to do. You can go out there and take a sample of women. They're not in a decent relationship. They just go from Peter to Paul to try to find what they're looking for.
Is it okay for a woman to call herself independent and still expect a guy to do old-fashioned things like being the breadwinner?
No. Absolutely. Yeah, let me just tell you something.
No offense to women, but they don't understand the term independent yet.
That role has definitely changed, man, because there's more men that's unemployed than women. Women have to be the breadwinner. They have to work. They have to take care of them single parents. They have to take care of them children. You know, shoot. They ain't got no choice.
Like, marriages stayed together then.
Right.
Mamas and daddies.
Back in the day, it was. It was that.
Grandma and grandpa was together even if they slept in separate rooms. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it was.
But we stuck together back then, where now, where us women, we feel like, oh, we have power and we have more rights, and I can make just as much more. We do. We have power with this. But if we take this apart and where we've already realized, well, hey, I don't have to use this to have my power. I think we've gotten beside ourselves where we're the only generation as far as African Americans that's seeing that independent.
Yeah.
And how we raise our daughters, like my mom and dad raised me to be independent.
Man, when they want somebody to help them, that might not be the role you want to take. Because it's always about money. You ain't gonna be interested in that.
But my mom and dad were hard on me as a woman than they were as a man. My brother, who was spoiled rotten, and they raised me hard and I'm the baby, they don't worry about me because they know that I can handle myself.
Can I throw a monkey wrench in that though? So do you think that has ruined society a little bit, raising women to be independent?
Yeah.
Because a lot of those women, because they were raised that way, they don't know how to, and I'm not saying that women should submit to a man. So
but but when we
say
submit,
there's a way to submit respectfully in your household, in your relationship, to a certain extent, to the right man.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Right. They don't even know how to do that anymore.
But we don't understand the word submit, and we don't understand the word vulnerability.
You got a good one, you lose your job, she stick by you. But at the same time, you still trying to find another job, but while you down, she ain't gonna leave you, or she ain't gonna talk about it like some women do. And then the worst part about it is them girlfriends. Girlfriends will mess up a relationship, man.
But where our counterpartners are Caucasians, they raise their daughters. You go off to school and you look for your husband while you're in school. When I was raised, my mom and dad taught me, you go to school, you get your own, and you don't depend on no man, which can be a downfall.
Independent has nothing to do with relationships. Independent means yourself. That's all it's talking about. If you're independent, that means you're independent of yourself, they're your choices. That doesn't mean your relationship. If you want to be in a relationship with some guy, that means that they should treat you with respect. That means they should take you out. That means that they should pay for your stuff. That's my opinion.
But when you say, when my mom and dad should have told me, is that you don't depend on a man. You don't depend on a man where, hey, I'm weak at this moment and I don't need this man. We all need somebody.
Right.
I don't know not one person in this world that made it without helping the next person.
Man in the world
the richest needed a right, exactly. Exactly. We all need this man. But our community, for some reason, whether it's a female or a male, we all feel as if we don't need nobody to make it, and you actually do.
Some of them got to go 50-50, and them the hardest ones to find. That's going to be straight with you. Especially if it's one you want to be straight with. If it's one you want to be into a relationship with and go a little bit further with it, if she meet those criteria, you'll be fine. That's the ones where you read for people who've been married 25, 30, 40, 50 years, you know. the kind of spouses, them kind of women that stick by their man thick and thin.
What there is a different type of woman being raised with independence, there is a man being raised with codependence.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of codependent men out here. There's a lot of codependent men out here. And the balance is there. We just don't want to admit that. We don't like to see that balance. We don't like to say that I need you.
I can't even. My pride don't even let me.
To say that out in the open just don't feel right.
I can't even. If somebody try to pay for a drink for me, I don't. My pride won't let me let it happen.
But no, that's true.
I think black women, as you can see, are becoming a catalyst for healing and for independence and for strength right now, especially in America. And as men, we have to be realistic about what's happening in that pendulum shift of what's happening and who's the heroes.
How do we get to that point? How do we change?
Being
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like we in trouble. I think we in trouble.
Letting your girl buy that drink, empowering to say, you know what, you got that money, thank you, baby. I appreciate you taking care of me. That's the first step.
And also being our brothers and sisters keepers. Where we feel like, oh, that's not my business, and we turn our head the other way, we don't keep ourselves accountable or hold you accountable. That's how we feel as a community.
I got a homie in California calls me. First thing I say, reach out to that kid because he has a kid. He knows it's his kid, but she ain't told him. And he could tell that's his kid. So it's like, yo, you reach out to see if that's your baby. That's the first thing I say. You reach out, you take care of that situation.
Right.
He don't call me no more.
Because he
he
don't want to
hear
hear
Put
that.
that pressure on his ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Pressure.
But I'm glad that's okay.
But yeah, you keep doing what
I'm gonna put that pressure in. That's what you need to do.
Nah, that's real. That's real.
What you gonna tell your kid? I didn't come around because it was just too awkward to message your mom to see what was really going on. That's a sorry.
Nah, that's a bad excuse because I can't speak to that. Like my pops, my mom and him got divorced. My mom moved us away from him, get us away from him.